everyone, quick video for you this morning. I just got up and I'm having my black coffee. The reason I'm doing a quick video for you this morning is I want to talk to you about a protein moderated sped fast. And I will go into detail exactly what that is and what I will be doing throughout the day, but I'll first give you some background as to why I'm doing it. So tonight is our annual Thanksgiving dinner. Me and one of my really good Kiwi friends, it's like an annual thing. We have a fantastic Thanksgiving dinner. Whole Foods, thank goodness, in London provides a lot of the detailed foods, like things like cornbread. We've got the turkey, we've got the stuffing, we're going for pumpkin pie, we're going for key lime pie, so we're going all in. And it is going to be a fantastic meal, a fantastic social occasion. We're having people round for it. It's become quite a big thing, and people love being on the guest list for it, so it's going to be fantastic, and I'm very much looking forward to it. In saying that though, it is going to be a very high calorie meal. Even though the base of it is basically turkey and vegetables for the main, it comes with 2 different pies for desserts. And obviously we spend the day cooking it, and just watching the cooking process, I know it's very high in calories. The pies contain a lot of cream, a lot of condensed milk, evaporated milk, lots of sugar. There's also a lot of oils that go into things, and all the vegetables are cooked in some kind of like sauce. There's also the perspective that the meat is like basted in things. There's the gravies, the stuffing, so it comes with all the trimmings. So I know that is a very high calorie meal. I don't really know how many calories, but I would guesstimate very much, definitely 100% over 1,000 calories for that meal. But I wouldn't even want to know exactly how much, and that's not what it's about. It's about a social event that we do every year. It's an annual thing. It's so enjoyable. We spend the day together cooking, and that's what it's there for. It's there for that enjoyment factor. So we know that social occasions and social well-being are very important for our mental health and our well-being. So that's what it's all about, and it's an amazing tradition that we do every single year now. So that brings me back to what my goals are, my composition goals. So I can still have this amazing social occasion and look forward to it without it stripping away from my body composition goals. So I'm just off the back of a dieting phase, and I'm now looking to maintain my body composition. So I do have to be very careful how I approach this higher caloric meal. Obviously this meal tonight is going to be a lot higher than a normal dinner meal for myself. Probably definitely double, if not 3 or 4 times the amount of calories that I would in a normal kind of home-cooked meal. So I need to be aware of that. And the way I'm going to go about that is a protein moderated sped fast throughout the day today. So that's why I've woken up. It's just gone 7:30. I'm having my black coffee. I'm also having some sparkling water, and that's just to kind of extend the stomach, make it feel fuller than it actually is. Carbonated beverages do that for me. They make me feel full, even though it's, negatable calories basically. So that's how I'm starting the morning. I'm going to go off to the gym and do a very quick workout. I just have to make up a few exercises that I missed earlier this week, and I just want to get some steps in basically more than anything, so that I have some activity for the day. And then I'm going to come back and show you what my next meal will be, which will hopefully be around the 10 a.m. period, and essentially my meals pre the Thanksgiving dinner, and I'll show you a bit of a glimpse of the final product of dinner tonight. So I'm doing a protein moderated sped fast. So essentially what this is I'm going to basically keep my meals prior to tonight's dinner all very much protein and vegetable or protein and fruit based. So I'm going to remove essentially, or keep the carbohydrates and the fats in those meals exceptionally low. What this does is it will keep me full, because I'll be having some form of protein. It'll allow me to get my protein boluses throughout the day. So I'm going to hopefully aim for about 3 before the dinner, 2 to 3 before the dinner. And what this allows me to do is keep my calories down, so that I've got more calories to utilise for the dinner. Even though I will overshoot my daily target, it keeps things far more in control than if I just had my normal daily kind of meals leading up to the dinner. But what it also does is it allows me to go into tonight's dinner not ravenously hungry and then wanting to consume everything in sight. So if I can still go into dinner tonight with, moderate hunger, it'll be dinner time, so it'll be approaching time to eat, but at the same time I won't be so hungry that I just don't eat with any thought, or I just eat mindlessly. I'll approach the dinner and have enough, so like a minimal dose of enjoyment. I have enough to enjoy the meal, get a taste of things, but without going stupidly crazy just because it's there. So that's my approach. I'm going to give you more information on how I do this throughout the day, and I hope this video will be helpful for anyone who has, for example, Christmas dinner coming up, or any kind of high caloric meals where they know it's going to be a high calorie meal, and how they can approach that day leading into that meal. So stay tuned for more of my day. Let's run you through my day. So essentially, to start off with, I had a black coffee and just some sparkling water, and that was had at 7:30. I then got home from the gym after doing about kind of 6,000 steps, 7,000 steps, and just some light exercise, and I essentially had 300 grams of yogurt and 100 grams of berries and just some more water to try and fill myself up. I then actually went out for a coffee with my friends. My friends had some lunch, so I actually had myself a skinny cappuccino, and I also had a can of Diet Coke, and that was at about 4 p.m. I then came home from that coffee, and basically as soon as I got home, about 4:30 p.m, I then had what you could see is the remains of half a chicken breast there, and essentially I had some vegetables. It was carrot and sweet mash, and it was 300 grams of it. 300 grams of vegetables and 150 gram chicken breast, which I actually cooked the day before so that I didn't have to think about it on the day. And then I essentially just waited until Thanksgiving dinner, and you can see some great images here of the different foods that we consumed and how it could be very, very high calorie meal. So essentially that day I had two main meals, so the yogurt and the chicken and the vegetables. I had a Diet Coke, 2 coffees, and a lot of water essentially, and some cordial with that water to make sure I was very, very hydrated. Essentially what I did as well is I fasted until I was very, very hungry, so I delayed my breakfast meal until I actually felt exceptionally hungry, and then consumed it. I also then utilized coffee, as that suppresses my appetite. I also then waited to have my lunch meal essentially until I was hungry, and then went into the Thanksgiving dinner, not overly ravenous but ready for a meal, and then was just very mindful about my choices, how much I needed essentially to enjoy the meal and be satisfied, and then essentially I would have overshot my calories on that day, but I accepted that and moved on.